What's up everybody, welcome back to Casual Lad. Kuma from One Piece is released in the most recent update as Tyrant. It is very similar to Legendary Broly, so we will be comparing Kuma against Legendary Broly. Before we move on, I would really appreciate it if you can smash that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell and like this video to support the channel. I usually don't like to compare towers from different classifications, but Kuma and Legendary Broly are too similar to each other. Their roles overlap each other very greatly and I want to compare them. Legendary Broly has received buffs from the developer again and again since its early release, and it had been prevented from being obsolete time and time again. It is as if Broly is the developer's favorite tower. If you are still unaware, Legendary Broly has received another huge buff in the previous update, which makes it gain 200 attack power each wave at level 1. As you level up Broly, the increase in attack will rise further. This can potentially make Legendary Broly an extremely powerful tower. A lot of people are saying Broly got a nerf just because the cost of the final upgrade goes up from 1.8k to 5k. Just look at his new skill. Broly earns 200 damage every wave at level 1. The developer simply changed Broly into an infinite mode unit. That's all. On infinite mode, Broly is definitely affordable. In fact, Broly is still cheaper than Kuma. Broly is an air tower, so it can hit both air and ground mobs. Kuma is a ground tower, but it is a hybrid from 4th upgrade onwards, so it can hit air and ground mobs as well. This makes their purpose very similar. The only difference is the areas where you are going to place them. Air towers are going to be a little disadvantage here because of the limited space. Specific positions of the elevated platforms may be weird for specific AoE types. Although Broly is a full AoE, which makes it very easy to use in most places, I am still going to give Kuma a marginal win here. Let's take a look at the stats next. Their SPA is very similar. Kuma has a much greater range at 72, while Broly's range is at 52. Well, at the first look, Kuma clearly beat Broly in range, but Broly has a full AoE while Kuma has a circle AoE. I know that some people are saying that circle AoE is just like full AoE. They are not. Full AoE is clearly superior to circle AoE, and I will explain that later. For damage, Kuma beat Broly, hands down, legs down, and heads down. The base damage of Kuma is about 30 times of Legendary Broly at level 80. Whoa. Hold up. Hold your horses, alright? The comparison is not done yet. Broly only starts to shine when he is out on the field for a longer period of time. Let's just say that we put Broly at wave 25 and we can reach wave 55. Broly would have earned 6000 damage at level 1 and wave 55. Adding up the base damage, it would have about 6430 damage at level 1. Kuma has 12674 damage at level 1. Rise of Broly. So I am still gonna give Kuma a big win for now. But if everything stays the same, Broly is going to slowly catch up to Kuma as people progresses through more wave in infinite mode in the future. As explained earlier, Kuma costs more than Broly. Legendary Broly now costs $7,350 to fully upgrade. Kuma costs $11,460 to fully upgrade. Kuma costs a lot more than Broly, something that you want to keep in mind. Now it is the full AoE against the circle AoE. Some people said that circle AoE is close to full AoE. It is not, and here's why. Full AoE is extremely easy to use. You choose where you want to hit, everything within the radius will be hit. You can choose to put full AoE towers like Broly in an L shape, C shape, U shape corner, or even a zigzag route. Your choice. But a circle AoE is different. It is difficult to aim. You need to put towers at a specific spot to maximize coverage, and each tower is different because of the range. It requires skills to do that. If it is in a zigzag route, it will be even more difficult to aim.
try toggling between target first, last, strongest and weakest. You will realize it is hard to hit a sweet spot, unlike full AoE where you can choose where to aim by putting down the tower. Range of full AoE is certain. It will definitely hit the area you want the tower to hit. Because it is difficult to aim, circle AoE is less effective if it ends up hitting mobs in a straight path. It will be just a straight line cutting through a circle. The wideness and radius of the circle become useless. It only becomes useful when you target it at corners, but it is so difficult to aim. Furthermore, you do realize that the circle is not the actual range. So, the actual damaging range is way shorter. In our case here, Kuma range is not really 72. The range of 72 is just the areas where the circle can move. The actual circle is way less than the range of 72. Considering all these factors, Broly is actually better now in terms of range because of his full AoE. Needless to say, Legendary Broly is so much easier to use. Taking today's circumstances into account only, I would say that Kuma is better than the Legendary Broly right now. For my personal preference right now, I will still use Broly for story, but I will probably use Kuma for infinite mode. Kuma is just a little bit too expensive for story, and I don't need that kind of damage for most mobs except bosses. I would also prefer the ease of use of Broly in story mode. Broly is quite okay in story mode, just that his attack priority is the weakest. Air mobs usually have the lowest health. Broly will be able to take care of them even before reaching the final upgrade. Other than the damage, there are a few reasons why I pick Kuma over Broly in infinite mode. Kuma is just easier to get than Legendary Broly. Just save up 2700 gems for the pity system. You definitely get Kuma when it is in the banner. Legendary Broly is not available in the banner. You can only evolve the 4-star Broly into the Legendary Broly. This requires 3 4-star Brolys and lots of fodders. Although the fodders are easy to get, they are gonna take some time if you are farming them. Another reason why I pick Kuma over Legendary Broly is that Broly only gets the increment of damage once it reaches the final upgrade. Unlike Escanor, it is difficult to reach, especially at the start of the infinite mode. You need to spend over $7,000 to unlock that skill per Broly, and they won't go anywhere near the damage by Kuma for most people anyway. The last reason got to do with my strategy. I am already spending quite a bit of money at the start to rack up 8 Escanors in infinite mode. I am already delaying the placement of Bulma. I can't afford 8 fully upgraded Legendary Brolys at the start. If you put Legendary Brolys too late, like wave 35 onwards, then it is quite a waste because the increment in damage will be cut out significantly. For this reason, I want to get something that has no increment every round, so that I can place them down later in the game. Kuma is the best choice. The damage is fixed and the damage is higher than Broly right now. It is a ground tower, so I can put them with my Escanors to receive my Irwin buff, and Kuma can hit air mobs too. You may ask why I did not compare Kuma to Armin instead. They have different uses, and a short answer for a comparison is that Kuma is better than Armin. Well, although Kuma and Armin have similar SPA and Armin has a much higher attack power than Kuma, Armin range is just too low. Even if Armin is full AoE, the low range and a high SPA makes him barely hit anything, and he has a different purpose as compared to Kuma or Broly. So that's it for today's video. Kuma is better than Legendary Broly right now. But looking at how Legendary Broly is constantly changing and receiving buffs to prevent itself from being obsolete, it may surpass Kuma in the future. Please leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember to turn on that notification bell too. Bye!